Good morning. I'm here. It's the sometimes vlog. Look around you. It's a vlog that happens sometime. I have descended from the palace of earthly delights. I have no idea what I'm saying. The Castle Club up here at the Disneyland Hotel here at Disneyland Paris in France. And I woke up a little bit late. Actually, I went to bed a little bit late and fell asleep for an hour that I didn't intend to fall asleep for. And I almost woke up too late to show you any of this hotel here. I have come down the elevator from the Castle Club and I must now make my way to the airport. Goodbye, Castle Club. Goodbye, Disneyland Hotel. Wrapping up my trip here in France. So sorry to go, but so happy that I could come to stay. Seriously, it was one of those things where I was like, well, I can't sleep. I had to pack up all my stuff. I was like, there will be no sleep tonight. Gotta stay awake all night. No big deal, no problem. And I sat down and relaxed for like 1 second and it was boom. Woke up like, oh no. I had alarms and everything, so I would have woken up for sure no matter what, but it was a real close one. Last night I took my leave of Disneyland Paris. I said my farewells because I knew that my ticket, I do have an annual pass, but I left it at home, so they gave me a ticket for every day that I was going to stay here. I knew that my ticket was no good for today, so it was going to be impossible to double Disney inside the park. There's Walt Disney Studio Park out there, and we're in this big walkway here at the Disneyland Hotel. Last night I attended the last flight of Star Tours, a private, invite-only event for annual pass holders and media people. And now you can see this guy's got my luggage here, and I'm woken up super late because I was up late because of that, and I'm bewildered, befuddled. My brain is not working very well, but I had to show you guys the lobby of the Disneyland Hotel before I leave. Look at these stairs, they're like Titanic. Every time I walk down these stairs into the main lobby of Disneyland Hotel in Paris, I feel like Rose is gonna be there and all the other people, and then the boat's gonna sink and it's gonna be really scary. Look at the size of that fireplace. Look at the size of it. So anyway, I did that classic thing where it's always worse to sleep for an hour than stay awake the whole night. Everybody always thinks like, oh, if I just sleep one little hour, I'll feel a lot better. In my experience, for me personally, no way. Every time I get that extra, only a little hour, only a half an hour, only 45 minutes of sleep, I'm always 10 times more miserable than if I just had stayed awake. But I was all lulled into a false sense of security by how cozy and comfortable the furniture was and how comfortable I got with that room, where I could pretty much walk it with my eyes closed, like to the bathroom at night and stuff like that, because it was the same exact room, 2319. We got a 2319! As it was the last time I stayed here, so I really got comfortable with it. Like, imagine you lived in a place for like a couple weeks. You would get comfortable with it too. Anyway, it's off now. Oh, the taxi's ready. The taxi's ready. All my bags are packed. And it's time to go home and sleep well. So goodbye, Disneyland Hotel. Now it's time for a new adventure, flying back to California. And I must go. One last look at Disney property here at Disneyland Paris. All right, everybody. The show's over. Bye-bye. Ooh. Off to the waiting taxi, huh? I actually had to stop filming because there's a bunch of security, because there's another taxi right there that had some kind of diplomatic license plate and they didn't want me to film it. But there you go. They're loading my luggage into the taxi, and here is the outside view of Disneyland Hotel, which I almost never saw while I was here except for when I drove up to it. Isn't that beautiful? There's the lobby there. I will definitely miss this place. If I could live in this luxurious hotel the rest of my life, as long as the people that I loved were here too and I wasn't so lonely, I would be super, super happy. But for now, like I just said a second ago, false alarm though, it's time for a new adventure. Flying home to California. See, there's the press over there waiting to film whoever is important here. I know it's not me. Look at this Mercedes-Benz taxi. This is nice. There goes the Disneyland parking lot, officially leaving Disney property. Goodbye, Disneyland Paris. I will miss you and your magic. The people who brought me here were super nice and super cool, and really hooked me up with like a great hotel and great plane tickets, and like really made this trip awesome. But I gotta say, it's almost a game sometimes of like, let's see how uncomfortable we can make Justin by sticking him in like fancy situations where he feels out of place, you know? Having said that though, I never felt out of place at Disneyland. And the hotel people very successfully made me feel at home. And now this driver who does not speak any English is weirding out that I'm talking in the back seat of his taxi to you. Because people don't really know that you're in there, so sometimes they think I'm weird. Everybody always asks me what France looks like, and I always have to tell them, well, I don't really know. I only really know what Disneyland looks like and what Central Paris looks like, which is cool, but mostly all I see is this stuff out of the freeway on the way to the airport, and it's pretty typical between city and airport stuff, like shopping malls and graffiti right there, and trucks and warehouses and like normal, so it looks like home, really. Next time I come to France, I promise to try to see a little bit more of it than I saw on this last trip. It's just I had a lot of stuff to do and I almost ran out of time. How do I even explain this? Well, we made it to the airport, as you can see here, and then I was informed that my ticket is actually a first class ticket. So now I'm sitting in the comfort of Air France's first class lounge, where they brought me this Coke. I was like, they were like, would you like something to drink? And I was like, can I just have a regular Coke, please? And they put a little lemon in it, trying to be all fancy, and a coaster. Have you ever seen anything like that before? And there's a pillow. And there's a lot of, I'm assuming, extremely rich and fancy people in here. So basically, they checked me in. They took my bags from me. I never had to go to a counter. They took my passport away in the fanciest room I had ever seen in my life. I thought that was the fanciest room, actually. They took my passport away, checked me in to the flight for me, came back, brought me my boarding pass, took my bags God knows where. Then they brought me across the airport through security in a private security line where they moved a little red velvet rope out of the way. Literally. Ooh, that is cool. And now they brought me up this little sneaky secret handshake style elevator into this lounge where this guy who's dressed up like a captain is bringing me soda, and I don't belong here. I'm honestly afraid to drink this. Like, what if they secretly know that I'm poor and they poisoned it? What if they're like, nah, let's lure that poor guy in here and then put like arsenic or in his, what's like strychnine? I don't know my poisons very well. The only poison I'm used to drinking is Mountain Dew. I feel super weirded out because they took my stuff and I'm supposed to just come into this first class lounge and just chill anywhere I want. Oh, just come chill anywhere you want in the first class lounge. Does this look like someplace you could chill? This doesn't look like someplace I can chill. I can't chill anywhere. You think I can chill on this fancy couch? I'm afraid to touch it. Like I keep standing up because I don't feel like I'm allowed to sit down. Every time I sit down and somebody else walks in this room and looks at me, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your seat? Look at their fancy, secret, private little bar in here. All of this stuff really, really weirds me out because there's all this food and all that weird stuff in there, and it's all apparently for free. So if I understand this, the richer you get, the more free stuff you get, even though you don't need it to be free. Look at these. These are weird. I've never seen like a jar like that before. I think maybe I'm too poor. Okay, so here's where things get even crazier. Past the bathrooms that look like crazy, fancy, luxury spaceships, which I will not show you for obvious, it's weird to film in, I don't film in bathrooms, it's weird. They have this. Do you know what this is? This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a sleeping area. You can lay down in these chairs here. I hope no one's in here. I don't think anyone's in here. You can lay down in these weird, cozy chairs that look like mean, this is when they talk about aliens abducting you and putting you into the weird chair and then probing you. This is what I picture, like the good aliens. Like the bad aliens, they'll take you like it's just like junk. But like this is what I picture. Living in a UFO looks a lot like this in my head. Look, there's a screen and they're projecting soft images on it, and it's actually making me sleepy right now. And they told me that they think there's. Look at these fancy sticks. Have you ever seen so many fancy dowels in your life? That one gave me a splinter. I'm lying, but still. They told me that there's body care available. So they have a masseuse in here. I barely know what a moose is, much less a masseuse. Look at that. This whole thing weirds me out. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with UFO. This in my head is what living in a flying saucer is like. Exactly like this. Sleeping quarters on a flying saucer. And if that wasn't crazy enough, if this wasn't all fancy and crazy in the fair taste, they have some douches. I don't know what's going on here, but they got some douches, which I've learned means, as the sign says, showers. I've learned that since the last vlog when we were at the grocery store. I know. I don't know what this is. That's the, this is the skincare center. The skincare center, see? I don't know why that's there. There's a skincare boutique. But here they have showers. She's like, oh, take a shower. The woman who led me up here and gave me like a private tour. It's like, oh yeah, go up there and take a shower. They're wonderful. They're so roomy. They're so big. This thing is almost literally half the size of the hotel room I was just in all week. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. It was so soft. Look at all the little air France things and wonderful things. This is insane. This is like how Meryl Streep travels. Like, you know, this is... Meryl Streep might have pooped right there. Just think about that. I mean, that's a little crude. Meryl Streep might have read the newspaper right there. Just think, that's a weird thing. Or Tom Cruise could have showered in there. No, let's face it, Tom Cruise would have totally taken the handicap one and showered in the big shower, because he knows what's up. Look at this. Look at that fancy shower in there. Crazy. It's all like spaceshipy and whatnot. And there's like a button here, and I really don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm supposed to be in here. This is quite a hefty, mighty upgrade. By the way, people keep asking me about bidets, and I have only seen a bidet in the crazy like presidential Sleeping Beauty suite at Disneyland Hotel that I did a vlog at a few days ago. That's the only place I've seen a bidet in France. Otherwise, I haven't seen any bidets. But just look at this crazy flush. What's this? There's a panel in the wall. So while you're sitting on the can, you can do your homework. This is wild. What the heck? This is waking me up instead of putting me to sleep. This alien sleep lounge. Big time waking me up. I'm gonna go ahead and say without hesitation, this is the most expensive, fanciest place I have ever been in my entire life. Particularly the sleep area, but for whatever reason, I'm much more comfortable in this area than in the lounge with all the other people, because nobody's in here, so I feel like I can do what I want. This is crazy. I was about to just walk back out there, but I just feel like I need to give this a try. I've now just sincerely populated my imagination, or this room in my imagination with aliens, so I'm worried that if I sit all the way back, this is pretty proby, isn't it? This looks like a probe, so is it just me? No? Okay. Well, I did it. I sat down inside of a UFO. Okay, I'm uncomfortable. Okay, I can't help it. I have to show you the inside of this restroom, and hopefully nobody comes. But look at this. This is out of control. I would do a vlog of just this if I could. Inside of this restroom, the toilet stalls are private restrooms. This is the men's side. I'm not gonna go on the women's side. Okay, so don't even, just stop with that right there. But look at, there's no trough. Where's the trough? Oh, they're announcing something. Where's the trough for all the guys to pee at? And the communal sinks. I mean, they have some sinks right here. Look at this. Is crazy. They're like little bubbles. I feel like we're gonna get sent from Krypton to Earth in here. Look at this door closing. I mean, you could do a vlog in the bathroom and no one would ever know. We could just stay in here. I feel more comfortable in here than I do in the lounge. Look at this. You have a little seat right here. They put a little stool so you can go in the bathroom and play with your little stool. I'm just in the bathroom right now playing with my little stool. What's this? This is the lock, but what's this? Some sort of... I really thought that would... Oh, it was a light switch. It's like a delayed reaction light switch. Wow, and look, they got a coat hanger here and some sort of... What is this? Well, it's a toilet. Why did I not... What's wrong with me? Oh, look, the toilet paper's in a triangle. That's how you know it's fancy. Wow, this is cool. Is this the flusher? How's that work? No fair, rich people's toilets are like video games. How can we make toilets more fun? I know. Add a joystick. Pew 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 pew. No. Poo 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 poo. We did it. Poo 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 poo. This is crazy. Any second, I feel like someone's gonna open this door and yell at me like, "Sacre! How dare you violate the sanctity of the restroom?" Look at this. This is out of control. This is out of control. We do not belong in here. We do not belong in here. This is why I do this stuff, though. And this is why my friends keep putting me in this position. Like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if you were in a fancy suite? Wouldn't it be funny if you were in a fancy restroom or something? You think it's funny putting me in these awkward situations? You think it's funny to put me in? Look at this. This is cool. It's like a 90s album cover. Want to give me a fisheye lens with like a couple other alternative looking people? Yeah, 90s. Look at the ceiling. Wow. Alright, well that's pretty much it for the lounge. I don't know what the plane is going to look like. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you along and show you what that looks like too. Because I have no idea. They're telling me that they're going to drive me to the plane. I don't know if you heard that part before, but the woman says she'll be back in an hour to drive me to the plane. Not 100% sure what that means. And a lot of this vlog is probably going to be edited in weird POV clips, but apparently we're going to be driven to a plane. Unless her English is really bad, this is going to be a first for me. It's just so crazy. I've never come into a bathroom and had so much fun with a little stool. Oh, kill me. Kill me. Wait a minute. What do you need these sinks for? If you already have your own sink in there. Like, I guess no one can judge you like, bro, you didn't wash your hands. Like, dude, I did it in there. I did it in the bubble. I did it inside of like Darth Vader's helmet sucking chamber. This is like if Darth Vader was white, like a white suit, he would have his helmet put on there. Okay, I forgot where I was. Well, hello. See, that guy just caught me filming myself in the restroom. Awkward. Okay, for realsies, that lady is gonna go get a massage and then get blankets and sleep in the sleeping area. So I'm going out to the lounge and then down the secret elevator to like the public part of the airport for a little while before they drive me to a plane? What? Okay. Thank you. They weren't kidding. You don't have to go to the gate. They're going to drive me to the gate in this car. This is the nicest car I've ever seen. I've never even been in a car this nice. Oh, thank you. Merci. Ooh. I fit in here with a backpack on. I feel like, thank you. I feel like a Ninja Turtle trying to fit in here. And now we drive to the airplane?
Yes.
We drive to the airplane. There's even fancy music playing in here. Can you guys do this for everyone in first class?
Yes.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
They don't do this on Delta.
No, they don't, huh?
Or Southwest either.
Yeah.
No car service on Southwest. There's little blue lights. This is the nicest car I think I've ever been in.
This is a brand new BMW.
Oh, okay. normally I would be up there with everybody else, looking down here, wondering who in the world is driving around down there and what are they doing? And now I am what they are doing. Now I know what we're up to. And it's not good. Yeah, when I came on business class, we took the train this way.
Exactly.
So this is the shortcut, or well, the fancy cut.
Exactly.
Ooh, and there's my luggage. Hello, luggage. Wow.
Oh, I checked your bags, by the way.
Okay.
They're on the plane.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad somebody thinks of these things. I have never been in a brand new BMW before, so I feel...
Like it?
Well, yes, very much. I feel like I have to make the most of it though. Like I need to lay down in it and listen to some tunes. And oh, we're almost done, huh? We're getting closer.
Okay, this is the big one.
Is that my plane?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, look at the size. Look at the size of that plane. That thing is huge. It's like a building tipped over.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you aren't kidding. We're literally driving up to the plane. This is so cool. Literally. Uh-oh. I think I broke it. Oh my gosh. That's the plane. I'm standing on the same ground as the plane is on. This is weird. Wow, he's a big boy. Wow. Oh, here we go. Fancy. Up the elevator and out to the gate. Oh, wow.
It's only for you.
Only for me? Or you just had to tell a regular lady that she can't come down our private gate?
Come this way.
Any second they're gonna figure out I don't belong here, and then I'm done for. But in the meantime, wow. Ooh, this is my seat?
Yeah, this is your seat.
So my first helper lady went away, and the next helper lady is telling me that this is my seat, and this is where I put my feet, and all of the other people. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble just sitting here. What is up with the probing, France? What is up with the probing? The constant probings. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to talk about those. Anyway, everybody edits, and the whole cabin is probably thinking that I'm a psycho and that I'm a rube and some kind of farm boy because I don't know what all of this is for. I think, and the thing, and it lays down into a bed and I'm all by myself and they're bringing me more soda and it's free and I keep worrying that there's going to be a bill and I feel uncomfortable, like I'm going to get in trouble, like any second I'm going to need to apologize. This is a huge plane, the Airbus. That right there is the staircase to the top where business class is when I flew in last time. Each time that I'm on one of these planes, I am so tired, it does not feel real, and it does not feel real now, and last time I did not vlog it. And this time I'm glad I am vlogging it and showing you guys. I almost don't believe it. Airbus A380. There we go. I feel like I'm all haggard from sleeplessness and all like, honestly, probably like smelly. No, not really. I actually took a shower. I did take a shower. Didn't take much sleep, but I did take a shower. Showers are important, children. We just made a noise. This is the craziest thing that's ever happened. Driving up to the airplane in a car. This is where things happen. We're supposed to take off our shoes, and we have like, what the heck is that? It's a bin. A bin, and there's the overhead compartment. It was just for me. It's fancy. It's so fancy in here. It's the fanciest thing. Look, a magazine. Finally, a magazine for me.
Do you need something else?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
To be honest, I didn't even need this, but I can have it, so why not? People do this all the time. There are people who do this all the time. When I buy my own flights, I'm buying like Southwest. I'm like folding my knees up like this. My last flight back from Florida, I was literally like this whole flight between two people and just miserable and almost like gonna cry. Like, oh, I miss business class. I feel like this is gonna ruin me forever. Like for the rest of my life, I'm probably going to be comparing every flight I do to this. Like, this is so nice. This is so cool. I actually want to sit over here, like on the footstool, and just look at my seat. Like, instead of living in the mansion looking at the cave, you live in the cave and you look at the mansion. Like, look at that. What a view we've got here of the seat. Like, I've got this stool right here, sitting on this little footstool, is more spacious and comfortable than on any other airplane I've ever been on. I'm really excited. Everybody in here looks really annoyed about how excited I am. So I better probably calm down right now. Right now. Oh, check this out though. Check this out. Even rich people barf. Just remember that. That's what we've learned today. Even rich people barf. And apparently they're just always getting probed. Oh, they did know I was coming, because look, they gave me the poor magazines. What the heck is in here? TV controls, and wow, look at these nice headphones. Jacks! Jacks!
Effectuons actuellement les pleins de carburant. Pour des raisons de sécurité, nous vous demandons de ne pas attacher votre ceinture. Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen, we inform you that we are refueling for safety.
You can put your shoes in this fancy bin and wear fancy free slippers. Other people are literally starting to put on those Air France pajamas that they're giving away. I don't care how long the flight is, 10 hours I think, or 11 hours. I'm not doing that. I'll sleep in my Levi's, thank you very much, before I... No, he's wearing them right there. They're like blue. I mean, they look nice, I guess, but I feel like that's like wearing... Feels too much like wearing like a hospital gown to me, so... With this right next to me, nah. And none of these features here are working yet because the plane isn't really all the way turned on yet. But I'm excited to try out this feature. I've never seen this before. This, I know what happens. This lays down into a bed, and this pops up, and it becomes like a little sleeping bed. And this part right here, like, kind of cruises down, and well, I mean, hopefully I'll show you. And then you can kind of like get in a little cocoon and pretend that all these other strangers aren't on the bus, basically, the Airbus with you. And then you just chill out and take a little snoozer. So I kind of understand that one, but I've never seen a massage button on an airplane thing. So I wonder if it feels like magic fingers at the Econo Lodge in Memphis. Probably not. Ooh, so in here is my table. I can pull out the table. Oh, crazy. I don't want to do that right now. I'll let them do that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the TV probably pops up right there when we pull this lever. Cool. Now, because airplanes are so loud, you know, when they get going, oh, I don't think we'll be doing much vlogging from the sky. Just a bunch of clips, hopefully to show you the bed laying down and the sky out the window. And I know from business class, when the TV pops up, there's all these little screens. You can see cameras from under the plane and out the side of the plane, which is a pretty cool invention. But this is really crazy because I have 3 windows to myself. When I was told I was getting a window seat, I didn't know I was getting a triple window seat. Think about it. Normal airplane seats are wedged into like this space here. That is the space that I'm used to. This space right here is the space I'm used to. That's why I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble, like I'm taking up too much space. Like any second, they're gonna put like a 400-pounder right here with me, and he's gonna be like, hey buddy, I'm sharing this space. Even that would be more luxurious than like flying Southwest. Believe me. Well, managed to film a lot of things in France. We did a bunch of vlogs. More importantly, I got a whole bunch of, well, I don't know about more importantly, but in addition to, I got a bunch of random lands, and I posted a ton of pictures on Instagram. Live Fast Live Poor Instagram. So if you go over there, there's a ton of pictures. A lot of them are Disneyland Paris. But you gotta forgive me, I mean, I'm only gonna be there for a few days. A lot of them are from the city of Paris too, so there's a bunch of pictures from this trip over there. What else? We did some tweeting. Dustin's got on Twitter. But what a crazy trip. Linked up with Euromeister, linked up with some people from the UK, from Germany. So an international meeting of the Sometimes mob. It's pretty cool to see that this internet thing goes worldwide and that we can have like all these cool connections and that we can be friends and it is really cool to meet some of you guys I never met before, and I can only meet so many people at any given time, but it's cool to meet people that are like-minded and already kind of know me. It's always weird when you meet people who know you, but you don't know them, but I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm starting to really enjoy meeting people who are like interested in the same things. Obviously, they've been watching the vlogs, and I really like the vlog audience. You guys are pretty much my favorite people, and now I'm like traveling to the other side of the world and finding that not only do I already have friends there, but it's almost like a little family. Like, it's not just like a friendship. It's like not quite as close as friends because we don't know each other both ways yet, but it's like this little family of people all over the world, and then they're meeting each other. So I have friends from the UK who watch the vlog, and friends from Germany who watch the vlog, and a friend from France who was watching some of the vlogs, and they're all meeting up together, and then they're all making friends, and so it's this whole giant pie of sometimes mob people getting together, and it's like the coolest thing in the world. So that was my favorite part of this trip. Honestly, my favorite part of this trip was meeting the people, seeing them connect together, and seeing how this can, like, one little silly amount of vlogging and hanging out and trying to put good things in the universe. I've really tried. I've tried to put goodness out there. I've tried to put everything I can to be positive or be entertaining or be funny or distracting when bad things happen in the world. I always try and do like a funny vlog, or I try and do a different vlog or something that will just distract people from the ordinary, from the mundane, from the boring. Even when I'm doing something boring, I try to at least be funny about it. And it's really cool to see that coming back around. And then there's people who are doing super, super cool stuff to me. And I'm not talking about this. This is a whole other separate thing that I can't even process right now. I'm talking about just the simple acts of kindness, like people driving me to the grocery store, or people just saying hello to me, or people bringing me Mountain Dew to a hotel from England, which was so cool and so nice. So that is definitely, in summation, wrapping up the trip, I think that is my favorite part of the whole experience of doing the vlogs, much less traveling around and doing this stuff. I really, really appreciate you guys coming with me, everywhere you come with me, especially on this flight. Now there'll probably be a whole bunch of random clips of the flight, so it's like you're here, right? It's weird.
Okay, so you already know what you're gonna want?
The restroom in here is mostly the same as any other airplane restroom, the little air, except for they have a plug in here and all this fancy stuff like a comb and a hairbrush, toothbrushes and razors and wonderful creams and things. Wonderful creams, that doesn't sound right. And the sink and the soap is like normal. This is pretty much just like it was in business class. Only more mirrors, not too much space. But they also have a changing room next door, which I might or might not get into later. Side note, how come there's never windows in airplane bathrooms? Like, is there a reason for that? Just wondering. Okay, we are now actually inside of the changing room. Look at, there's all these weird little shelves and a seat right here. Somebody changed into their PJs and left the bag in here. And there is actually a window in the changing room. There is actually a window in the changing room. This kind of answers my question, because the window would be right above where the toilet would be. This is crazy. Come to the changing room and stretch out and whatnot. I should have to take off my thermal shirt from under this shirt, so that's why I'm in here. But this is wild. This is the fanciest little changing room I've ever seen. Look at all the space in here. There's little drawers and things. Why would there be drawers in here? Like, what am I gonna put? I am overstimulated. Ugh. Like a lot of the days that I was in France. God? I've been wearing this like Under Armour style thermals in France like the entire time, because like a lot of days it was 1 degree Celsius. It was freezing, 1 degree Celsius. I know you don't use Celsius. Celsius sucks, but you know, just it was basically freezing. This close. 1 degree away. I want you guys to understand something. For a big giant chunk of my life, 10 years, when I was in bands touring, I basically lived in a van for like giant chunks of time, like months at a time. I lived in a van on tour, like slept in a van, and every once in a while we would get hotels, but mostly people's floors and in a van. So to travel like this is like a whole, I don't even know what's happening.
Armement des toboggans.
We're actually backing away from the gate now.
Vérification de la porte opposée.
This puts me in mind, I did actually fly first class one other time from Pittsburgh to Toronto. They upgraded my brother and I, because we were kids, up to the front of the plane in first class, but that was more like, picture like a Southwest flight, like a coach flight, only it had like leather seats, and there were like 2 seats next to the window instead of just one, like normal seats, and they gave us free soda, which was like an extra free soda. Wow! That's what I thought first class was. I did not know that this fanciness existed. See, every time someone walks by, I'm like paranoid. They're gonna kick me off the plane!
Ainsi que le vietnamien et sont à votre disposition. Maintenant, être réglé en mode avion. Veuillez retirer vos écouteurs et nous... Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-smoking flight. In case of navigation, you must leave your baggage in the plane.
I'm learning.
Pass it over your head, clip and adjust the strap.
Are we driving to the U.S.? Did we take off yet? Time to go. Second start to the right. Straight on till morning. Well, Europe, goodbye. They weren't kidding about that whole make the bed thing for you. Also, a woman just came by with a little cart with different newspapers on them, just in case any of us could read. Well, just as I suspected. My feet are too big. You know what they say about guys with big feet? That airline slippers will never fit. Wow. This is crazy. That down there is the city of London. Something awfully fishy about all this. I should have known, because the airline is French, that was only the first course. I wouldn't have ate all of it if I had known that this was coming. Chicken and mashed potatoes and some kind of other thing. Oh my gosh. You guys gotta try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Things have very much calmed down and chilled out aboard this airplane. Everyone else is sleeping. I've laid out my chair into a full-length bed, and now there's nothing left to do but go home and sleep well at the same time. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you very, very soon. Au revoir, Pee-wee. Au revoir.